is perfectly acceptable throughout the practice today. So our theme for today is going to be one of the kind of the backbone foundational principles of yoga, one of our niyamas called tapas, or self-discipline. So we are going to start in a little bit of an uncomfortable position here. So I want you to go ahead and tuck your toes under. So we're going to do a toe scrunch, we call this. So you're going to try tucking your toes under and resting your sit bones back on your heels. If for whatever reason that's not available to you, you can come up a little bit higher to a tall kneeling position, but we are going to stay here for a few breath cycles. So from here, take a nice deep breath in, reach your arms up over your head. As you exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. Nice big cleansing breath. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale, reach and sweep. Look up this time. As you exhale, big heavy sigh. And then just allow the hands to relax comfortably on your thighs. I want you to let yourself come into a place of slight discomfort here. So maybe you have a little bit of tightness at the bottoms of your feet. I don't want you to move into significant pain, but I do want you to see if you can stay for the next 5 breath cycles. So your focus is going to be shifting your breath low into the belly. Inhale for a 5 count. Exhale for a 7 count. And you're going to do that 4 more times. So inhale for 5. Exhale for 7. I want you to take the focus and shift it to your breathing rather than any other sensations that you feel. So 3 more breaths, inhaling for 5. And exhaling for 7. You're just counting at your own pace, thinking about letting go of all the stuff as you breathe out. Good, breathing in, allowing the belly to expand, and breathing out. One more time at your own pace. Inhale for 5. And exhale for 7. Really finishing that exhale. Once you get to that last count, you can go ahead and shift forward, uncurl your toes, and from here I want you to just circle out the ankles and maybe curl your toes and then straighten them. Just kind of release from that position a little bit here. And then move into puppy or hare pose. So here is when we're going to be really rounded through the spine. Your forehead can come to stacked hands. Puppy pose is similar to down dog, but your hips are going to stay lifted. Not down dog, child's pose, but your hips are going to stay lifted. So stack your hands or your forearms. Your hips can either be lifted high or you can drop them back. And then shift your breath back into the low belly. So coming to a little bit of grounding in the practice today, I want you to really think about keeping that breath nice and long. So inhaling for a count of 5. Try to exhale for that same length, maybe slightly longer. So we're going to hold here for a few breaths, and I want you to just let yourself come into the space today. So wherever you're at, you chose to come to your mat this afternoon. And I think that says a lot about self-discipline in general and your need or your desire for self-care. And that's really important right now. These are challenging times. So we're going to talk a little bit as you continue to breathe. I want you to just think about a couple of things that I'm going to bring to mind here. So when we talk about self-discipline, we start to think about how when we're able to stay in things that are uncomfortable, we usually come out of those things stronger and more resilient. So Deborah Adele, in her book, she says, "It is the times of hopeless desperation that shape and mold us into someone of depth. Our debris gets burned away, and we are left more humbled and strengthened by the mystery of what is beyond our grasp of control or of understanding. It is these darkest times of pain, loss, and confusion that weave something profound in us. So during these difficult times, we have two choices: to either break down or to break open. So today on our mats, we're going to focus on staying in things that might seem a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe exploring that edge between comfort and discomfort. And I want you to think about that as you practice the physical practice today, but also from a mental standpoint as well. And then calling to mind how you might apply the principle of self-discipline right now in your life. So as you continue to breathe deeply, go ahead and set an intention that's unique for you to your practice today. So maybe it's something surrounding the concept of self-discipline. Maybe there's a particular area of your body that needs attention today. And whatever that is, I want you to bring that into your heart center. Take 2 or 3 more breath cycles to really liven up that intention. And then when you're ready, take 1 more cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth, letting everything go. On your next inhale, start to make your way up to tabletop. Eyes opened or closed, whatever feels good for you. Drop the belly, come to cow pose, tailbone up. Exhale, press through cat, release all the way back, extended child's pose. Take the knees nice and wide. Pause briefly here for a breath or 2. And when you're ready, make your way back to cow pose. Inhale, heart shines forward. Exhale, press through cat. Release, extended child's pose. Inhale to cow. Exhale, press through cat. Release, extended child's pose. We'll do that a few more cycles at your own pace. Remember, it's perfectly fine to stay in that extended child's pose for a few breaths. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. Release, extended child's pose. And just start to notice how your spine feels here. Start to notice some activation around your midsection, either side of the spine. Let's go ahead and finish the cycle that you're on. And then coming back to that tabletop position, walk your hands up to the left corner of your mat. Take a breath in and then use your exhale to sink away. Hips back towards your right heel. Start to open the right side body, breathe. Feel that expansion of the rib cage. Come back to center, switch sides. On an exhale, drop back towards your left heel. Big side stretch. Good, inhale, make your way up to tabletop. Walk your hands a little bit more forward. Tuck your toes under and find downward facing dog. Hips are high. Sit bones reach up and back. Start to find the length into your body here. Maybe floating the heels and melting them down into the mat. Pedaling out the feet, whatever feels good for you. Really grounding down through your hands and feet. Noticing the length in the back of the legs. So from the spine all the way into the back of the thighs, hamstrings, calves. Really notice that length. Relax through the head and neck. On an inhale, float forward to plank pose. I want you to check your spacing here, so give a little press into the mid part of your back. Top of the head is forward. Pull your inner thighs together and draw your belly in. As you exhale, press back to down dog. Remember, it's always an option to drop to your knees for plank. Inhale to plank pose again. Zip those legs together, pull the belly in. If you want an additional challenge today, you're gonna try floating your left foot just a couple inches off the mat. Keep pressing into that middle part of your back. Good, release the left foot, plank and hold. Both feet are down, belly is in. This is just an option, you do not have to do it. Inhale the right leg if you'd like. Continuing to breathe. Good, release the right leg, hold plank. We're gonna stay for 3 more breath cycles. Can you stay? Pulling the belly in, top of the head forward. Beautiful, use your exhale to press back to downward facing dog. We'll inhale the left leg high, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, I want you to slide it under the right. Come to fallen starfish pose. So your hips are lifted now. You'll release them like you would for plank. Inhale your right arm up. So it's a modification of a side arm balance. Keep reaching that right hand up for the sky. Hips are high, you're breathing. Micro bend in that left elbow. Beautiful. Good, release that right hand back to the mat. Keep your hips low. Should feel a little bit of a length through that outer left thigh. Good, on your exhale, press back. Big inhale, left leg reaches. And then exhale, knee to nose, same side. So left knee to your nose. Good, hold, curl, cat back. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale one more time, round and press away. Inhale, left leg high, release to downward facing dog. Let those heels melt to your mat here. On your next inhale, right leg reaches to the sky. As you exhale, slide it under the left. So right now, hips are still lifted, pressing them back. Then inhale, drop the hips down and float your left arm high. So keep lifting that left side of your pelvis up to the ceiling. Reach your left arm up. Micro bend in that right elbow. Lots of breath here, yogis. Good, release the left hand to the mat. Keep your hips low. And then exhale, press the hips back. Inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, cat back. Engage your low belly. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, engage the belly. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Connect with your breath. Remember, you're always welcome to come to child's pose or another resting pose of your choice. Looking forward to the top of your mat, take a walk up, find forward fold. Generously bending your knees. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows here if that feels good. Just kind of letting the upper body sway gently from side to side. Allow your knees to bend so that your chest comes down to your thighs. So you're really noticing that rounding in the spine. And then as you inhale, come to a flat back, halfway lift. I want you to bring your arms out to a T this time. So activate that mid back. Pull your belly in, squeeze the shoulder blades down and back. Continuing to breathe here. Think about your neck being long. On an exhale, release and fold. Let your spine round. Maybe crouching a little bit lower. chest to the thighs. Inhale, flat back, pull your arms to a T, breathe, shoulder blades draw together, pulling the belly in. Exhale, round and fold. Good, inhale, big sweep. Take your time, but bring your arms all the way out to the side, reaching up to the sky. Look up. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, take a side stretch to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, center, lift. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Round your back. Inhale, half lift. Arms out to the side, squeeze. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Round your back. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull your belly in, shoulder blades together. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, sun salutation A. Inhale, reach up. Little back bend if you want. Exhale, lead with your heart. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. If you want, you can pull your arms out, whatever feels good to you. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Take 2 breaths. Our first vinyasa series today will take from our knees. So let your knees come down to the mat, still pulling your belly in. Lower halfway, chaturanga, low push-up. I want you to pause here. Take a little pause. Notice that activation in your upper body and your trunk. Good, release to your tummy. Inhale, baby cobra. Pause. Think about drawing the mat back. Pull the shoulder blades together. Breathe. Think about activating that back body and opening your heart. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, walker step to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank, vinyasa series. Lower halfway from your toes or your knees. Take a little pause if that's available to you. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Open your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Connect to the earth here. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to move on to sun salutation B. So I want you to inhale your feet to touch or just slightly apart. Hands can be at heart center. Chest lifts. Neck is long. Inhale to chair pose. You're going to sink low. Hands can be at heart center. You can float them up. The key in chair is that you're going to tuck your tailbone under so your belly is in. As you exhale, round and fold. Good. Inhale to a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank and pause. Decide if you'd like to take that vinyasa series from your toes or your knees. Lower halfway, you may pause. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it forward, come up to warrior one. Pivot your back heel down about 45 degrees. Arms are up, shoulders are down. Hips are square to the front. Should feel a little activation or a little length through that left hip flexor. Continuing to breathe, knee tracks over the ankle on that front leg. As you exhale, hinge forward, bring your arms to airplane arms. So you're reaching back. We're gonna stay here for a few breaths. Pull your belly in, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Think about a nice straight line from the top of your head all the way down to that outer edge of your left foot. If it's available to you, humble warrior. You're gonna interlace your hands on top of the sacrum. Exhale, drop your trunk towards that right inner thigh. Let the head come down, let the arms float up. If this is not available to you, you're gonna keep that pose where we just were right before this. Breathe and hold. Finding that comfortable edge today. Pull your belly in. Good, use your arms to bring your trunk up. Come back to airplane arms. So take it slow, your trunk is still hinged forward. Pull your shoulder blades together. Good, inhale to high lunge. You're gonna sweep your arms up on the ball of your back foot. Back knee is straight. Pressing the front of your left hip forward, soften the tops of the shoulders. As you exhale, take a wide arm twist to the right. Your other right. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Keep breathing. That back knee is gonna stay straight, so keep that leg nice and active. Good, we're working on that self-discipline here, those longer holds today. As you exhale, I want you to open up, reverse twist. You're gonna take the same twist, opposite side, counter twist, I should say. Spread those fingers nice and wide and breathe. Knee over the ankle on the front leg. On an exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Pause and plank. Pull your belly in. Find that nice flat back. Vinyasa, lower halfway. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Always welcome to take that resting pose of your choice. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it forward, rise up, warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Hips are square to the front. Back foot is at 45 degrees and breathe. Knee over the ankle on that front foot. So take a look down at that front foot. See if you can check out your big toe still. On an exhale, airplane arms. So hinge forward with your trunk, but sweep your arms back. Pull the shoulder blades together. So you should feel good activation in your belly, your shoulder, between the shoulder blades and your legs. Make everything nice and active. So see what micro adjustments you can make in the pose. You're still holding, you're active, you're breathing. Lots of breath, yogis. On an exhale, humble warrior. If you'd like, open the chest. Drop your inner thigh to the, or drop your chest to the inner thigh. Let your arms float off the sacrum and breathe. Perfectly fine to just keep your trunk lifted if that works better for you today. Keep drawing the belly in. Good. Use your arms. Pull them down. Draw the trunk back up. Airplane your arms. Shoulder blades together. Reach through those fingertips. Chest stays lifted. Inhale to high lunge. Sweep your arms up on the ball of that back foot. Back knee is straight. Exhale, wide arm twist to the left. Back knee is straight and breathing. Chest is lifted. Good. Counter twist to the right. Good. As you're ready, windmill your hands down to the mat. Step it back to plank pose, vinyasa, or downward facing dog. So inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breather in child's pose, or grab a drink of water. Just reconnect with that intention that you set for your practice today. We're talking about self-discipline. Finding that comfortable edge, maybe pushing into it a little bit. We're going to be stronger at the end of it. Continuing to breathe here. When you feel ready, downward facing dog. Give a little pedal out to the feet here. Maybe take the feet out a little bit wider. Just alternate, dropping the knees into center one at a time, pressing into the hips. Eventually bringing your feet back in so they're hips distance apart. Settle those heels down to the mat as much as you're able to. And then look forward to your hands. Take a walk up to the top of your mat. Breathe into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. So we're going to take a little pause in Utkatasana here. So go ahead and tuck your tailbone under. You should be able to look down, still see your toes. So your knees are going to be behind your toes. Your heart stays lifted. The tailbone tucks under. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, hold. If it's available to you, inhale, float your heels. Exhale, hold. We're going to stay for a couple more breath cycles. Pull the belly in. Relax your face. Good. Exhale, release the heels, forward fold. So you have 2 more rounds of that. Breathing into the legs here, lots of breath, yogis. Inhale to chair. Sink low, tailbone tucks. Exhale, hold. Inhale, float your heels. Maybe sink a little bit lower, but still tuck that tailbone under. You should feel some activation in the thighs, the calves, the feet. You're breathing. Find a focal point here. Use your exhale to release the heels, forward fold. Nice job, you guys. Give yourself a little breather one more time. When you're ready, inhale, chair, sink low, tail tucks. Inhale, float your heels, sink a little bit more into your chair. Breathing. Good. Release the heels, forward fold. Nice job, yogis. Breathe. Good. Inhale, chair. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. So keep your chest lifted, twist to the right. Try to keep your knees in a line here. Then put a little bit more weight into that right foot. Reach back with the left. High lunge. Keep the twist. Breathe. Good. Big inhale, warrior 2. Open it up. Knee over the ankle on the front leg. Exhale, reverse warrior. Keep your knee bent on that front leg. Back knee is straight. Can you stay, yogis? As you exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank pose, vinyasa. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, down dog. Good. Look forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Breathe into a flat back. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. Take a little breather for the legs here. Lift the chest, drop the shoulders down. Pull the belly in. Make sure your weight is distributed equally, right to left sides here. On your next in-breath, chair pose, Utkatasana, sink low. Tail tucks. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. Keep your chest lifting, knees in a line. Relax your face and continue to breathe. Shift your weight to the left foot. Reach back through the right. High lunge. Keep the twist. Back knee stays straight. You're sending that knee crease to the ceiling. Keep lifting your chest. Pull your belly in. Don't collapse onto your thigh. Good. Big opening. Warrior two. Open up that back foot. Gaze over the front hand. Check your knee over ankle alignment on the front leg. Tailbone tucks under. You're breathing. Think about dropping the shoulders out of your ears. Reaching front to back. Good. Flip your front palm, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in your front knee. Can you stay? Feel the heat, yogis. Breathe. As you exhale, big windmill with the hands. Take it back to plank pose. Pause in plank. Good. Side arm balance. Shift to your left arm. Float your right arm up. Side plank. Breathe. Good. Release to plank. Pause. So you're working to find that edge today. You're working to stay into a little bit of that discomfort. Good. Rotating over to your right side. Left arm floats. Relax your face and jaw. Good. Releases plank. Press into that middle part of your back. Zip your legs together. We're here for 4 breaths. Top of the head is forward. Micro bend in the elbows. Lots of activation around the midsection here, yogis. From here, you're going to lower halfway on your exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Look forward to your hands. Step your right foot through. Drop your back knee down. Come to low lunge. And we're going to move both of our hands to the instep of the right foot. And then just try to let the front of that left hip sink down to the mat. Take your right hand and place it on the inside of the inner thigh or the knee. Let it drop out to the side a little bit for lizard lunge or lizard pose, and then turn and look back to that right corner. So chest lifts, a little bit of hip opening here. Good. Coming out of that twist a little bit, if you want to make this a little bit more intense, you can drop down to your forearms on the instep of that right foot. If that's not available to you, you're just going to stay on a straight elbow. Try to really think about letting the front of that left hip drop down though. So kind of feel where you notice restrictions around the pelvis and make any modifications for you. Good. When you're ready, start to slowly come out of it. So if you came down to your forearms, go ahead and walk back up. And then bring that right foot back in. Take a hand on either side of the right foot. Shift your weight back and come into splits prep. So hands can come to the thigh or the lower leg. And then just invite a little bit of movement here, whatever feels good for you. Just get into the hamstrings a little bit. And we'll take that left hand, we'll put it on the right lower leg. Inhale your right arm back. Nice, easy twist. Good, and then release the right hand, switch sides. So counter twist, left arm reaches back. Good, and then come back up to that low lunge. So you're gonna shift your weight back forward, knee over ankle on the front leg. Reach your left arm up, and then stretch it over to the right. And you can reach down with the right fingertips if you want, or just keep that hand on your thigh, whatever feels good. Good, inhale, sweep the arm up. Exhale, take the hands down, frame the foot, step back to tabletop. And then go ahead and step your left foot forward between the hands. Walk your left foot out to the long edge of your mat. Move both hands to the instep here. So now we'll take the second side. Drop the front of the right hip down. Left hand is gonna come to that inner thigh or inside of your left knee. Drop it gently out to the side. Turn and gaze back to the left. A little hip opening here as we prepare for our final relaxation. Thinking about lengthening the legs, the muscles around the pelvis here. Good. Release from the twist, bring both hands down to the instep, either on a straight elbow or walking down to your forearms for lizard pose. Relax the back of the neck. Slowly start to come out of it. Toe heel that left foot back in. Take a hand on either side of the foot. Breathe in as you exhale, shift back. Splits prep. So fingertips can come to the floor on either side of that left knee, or they can just rest gently on your thigh. Just feel a little bit of length into the left hamstrings. Adding a little bit of movement as you hinge forward. Come back up to that low lunge, knee tracks over the ankle on the front leg. Go ahead and inhale, reach your right arm up, and then exhale, side stretch to the left. Kind of breathing into that side body, even down to the outer hip on the right. Good, big inhale, bring your trunk back up to center. Exhale, release down. Go ahead and take a seat on the middle part of your mat. Bring your feet in front of you, soles resting on the mat. Float your chest up, palms are lifted. On an exhale, take your time, but come all the way down to your back. So make sure you have space behind you, engaging the belly. And then once you're there, go ahead and have the arms down at your sides. The feet can be in about hips distance apart. We'll just take a nice, easy bridge pose for our inversion today. So on an inhale, send the hips up. If you have a block, you could place that between your knees. If you'd like, clasp the hands underneath the sacrum, open the chest, lift the chin, blink the eyes closed. Take a moment to notice how you feel as we come to the end of our practice today. Taking a moment of gratitude for allowing yourself this time in your day for self-care. When you're ready, releasing the hands, slowly lowering the hips down. Draw the knees into the chest. Nice, easy knee rocking here, just gently moving from side to side. And then take the next little bit of time to explore any additional poses that might feel good. Maybe a reclining pigeon, a happy baby, reclining spinal twist might feel good. Just kind of do what your body needs before we make our way into our final relaxation. If you already feel ready for Shavasana, you can make your way there at any time.